All right. Final 6. Are you guys ready to get to your next immunity challenge?
Mm-hmm.
For this challenge, you guys will be playing stack and solve. You will be making a house of cards as high as 3 stacked solo cups. The first 2 castaways to complete this part of the challenge will then move on to a puzzle as a second phase. The fastest to finish wins immunity and a guaranteed spot in the final 5. Everyone ready? For immunity. Survivors ready. Go. Everyone here wants immunity. We are at final 6. You don't know what could be happening tonight. Numbers are getting lower. And you don't want to be the one to be voted out tonight. This challenge takes a lot of concentration.
Oh, I have literally no idea how to do this.
Brother, don't give up.
I'm not. I just don't know what to do. I'll try different things. I've never done this before.
Victorious is definitely going. Everyone else seems to be doing Victoria's stack drops. Everyone else seems to be a little lost. That's okay. This takes a minute, and just because you're not in the lead, someone's in the lead, they can fall within seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't know if I said it. If you want to, you guys can bend the cards a little bit to help you guys out. I think I forgot to mention that.
Okay. Jay, did you challenge test this?
Yes, we did.
How long did it take?
It took me like 5-10 minutes.
That's it? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I literally am going to do this for the next 45 minutes if left to my own devices.
Everyone looking super focused. Victoria rearranging her strategy a little bit here. Some people seem to kind of be having something going. Yeah, with a little bit of strategy.
Brother.
Victoria, very close. One card left. Victoria, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Victoria is moving on to the puzzle. People seem to have a little bit of something going here. People's stacks get a little higher. This requires careful touch. Kyle and Carrie, neck and neck. Kyle, can you just move your camera a little bit closer for a second? Kyle is just short, it looks like.
I'm taller.
Carrie, yes, but Carrie has broke the plane, which means Carrie's moving on to the puzzle.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be so bad at this. Are you kidding me? Victoria's gonna beat my butt. That's how you have to like do it like that. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. I still think Victoria's gonna beat my butt. Okay, I need to focus. I need to get like the top corner done really first. Or I'll go over here first.
Is this a slide puzzle?
No, it's just a normal puzzle, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know where that goes.
Will the time be announced when we're back in the other room? Like the, okay.
Mhm.
Well, that doesn't look right. Oh my gosh. Okay. No.
So we had two scores. Ready? So one was 3 minutes and 7 seconds, and one was 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And with 2 minutes and 12 seconds, Victoria wins her 3rd individual immunity challenges game, saved from the vote, guaranteed a spot in the final 5. All right. You guys can go ahead and scramble. It may be a quick one, so make your use of your time.
I'm happy that I won the immunity challenge, but I'm definitely worried about next round if I do lose immunity. But hopefully I can use this round where I'm safe to get the vote where I want it to be. And then it will be more equal playing field next round. Ideally, I would go for Ian this round and then maybe Bill the following round and then Kyle at final 4, but that's all if it goes as planned. Yeah, I think that if all girls are in the final 3, I do think I have the best resume out of the 3. So that is the plan that I want to go with. So in the challenge, I knew that the puzzle was timed and I wanted to make sure that my time wasn't too ridiculous. So I slowed down a little bit so that my end time that's revealed to everyone is a little higher than my best.
Feeling good. Feeling all right. Gosh, this round is going to be really tough because this is the most vulnerable I've felt in quite some time. There's not even really like an obvious target or an obvious threat, except for Victoria, who won immunity. So now it's got to be somebody else. I've heard Bill's name floating around, but I really don't want to vote out Bill. I kind of want to go to the end with Bill because I think that he would go to the end with me too. So if I can keep him in the game, any way I can do that would be my ideal strategy. In terms of who to target, I feel like Ian would be an easy vote now, and we've kept him around for long enough that a shield has to serve its purpose at some point. You cannot just keep letting the shield get further and further. So even though I do believe he trusts me, and I do trust him, there does have to come a time where that person that you believed would be the easy vote actually has to be voted out. I would prefer somebody else to go home other than Ian, to be honest, because I do feel like Ian absolutely trusts me, but I don't really have a reason to vote out either Carrie or McKenna. So I think maybe for this vote, I'll just listen to see who the majority of people want to target and try and slot myself in there just to make sure that I'm in the numbers for this vote. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a reason to vote anybody out at this point. I guess
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure what would happen when we got here, but yeah, this is going to be tough because I haven't heard anybody's name because I just went to confessional. And
Yeah, I just got here after confessional.
So yeah, I don't know what you and Bill were talking about, but what I've been saying is just like whoever we can get the numbers with at this point, I think is good. Like I'm on board for that. So
Yeah, I guess has everyone been voted for already? Pretty much.
yeah, right. Yeah, everybody. Wait, does Carrie have a vote? Yeah, Carrie has a vote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess.
everybody.
Yeah. I feel like the other girls would probably try to go for Ian, but I'm not sure.
They probably.
Yeah.
Like I said, well, I said it in my confessional where it was like we've been like keeping Ian as a bit of a shield, you know, and it's like at a certain point you actually have to like
get rid of the shield.
So
yeah,
that could be this time. As far as like where that goes for next time, I don't know, but kind of just need a reason to vote for somebody. And like I said, I haven't heard anybody's name get thrown out, so we'll see who is talking about who. But
hopefully it kind of stays between Ian and Bill this time.
Yeah,
I think it probably will be that direction.
I would prefer that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I was in a room with Ian and Bill, and so like they didn't say each other's names, so I don't know who either one of them plans on voting for.
Yeah.
And
they're kind of in the same room once again.
Again, if we could get them to target each other somehow, that would be good.
Yeah. But I think they probably would target each other, right?
Yeah, at this point, they probably just think like, oh, they both see each other as the easy vote, and so they would try to
Yeah.
Yeah, get the numbers on somebody else, and so it's not like it's going to be an easy vote or anything, but
Mhm.
maybe that's just what they're thinking about each other.
But
So,
yeah, they're in the same rooms. It's awkward. I'm not gonna join that room.
me neither. We'll wait for McKenna. She's in confessional. She'll see if she joins in here. I don't know what they're talking about. Well, obviously they can't be talking
Well,
about
they're talking BS probably.
probably. Hey, we were waiting for you.
Were you?
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause the other three are in the other room.
Oh, what if I infiltrated them? I told Michael that challenge is rigged.
God, that challenge was so hard.
Uh,
At first, and I saw Victoria. I was watching your strategy, and I almost got there.
Yeah, well, I guess once you figure that strategy out, it's simple-ish.
right. That makes sense.
But I knew I would never win.
But
The
it was really bothering me that I would have to destroy the cards.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was right.
Did you do it like
I did it like fold 2 and
that?
like put it together like a square and stick a card on it. But
Yeah.
like this bothers me. I don't know if this was worth immunity to fold the cards.
I figured that out at the end, way too late. Way too late.
Mhm.
Have you heard anything?
Well, I'm hoping it's between Ian and Bill this round.
People were saying like if Ian and Bill targeted each other, then that would be good. But
So then
Yeah.
it's kind of up to us to decide.
Yeah. I would write either of their names down.
yeah,
Like, obviously I've already written Ian's name down, and I don't have anything against Bill, but at this point I don't have anything against anybody.
Yeah. But I guess like if Ian survives this round, he will have like the biggest resume of surviving like every round since the first.
that's what I said to that's what I said to Victoria before you came in. Is that it's like that person that you like keep around because they're a shield. Like you actually have to vote that person out at some point.
Oh,
Right.
well, would y'all be willing to do that or no?
I mean, yes. What's the likelihood that Ian wins immunity next round? Like
Relatively, like at least top half if it's like
I mean,
something physical.
yeah, if it's something physical.
If it's endurance. But
Well,
Bill
Ian,
was good at endurance though. He did the wall sit for a long time.
yeah, I was shocked by that. I was like Mike doing the leg lift.
Well, how long did that wall sit even go for?
I don't know. I have no idea.
But yeah, what do y'all have a preference either way?
I've been saying Ian this whole time, but I don't know. I guess I don't necessarily have a preference. Like they both like last round, although last round was more straightforward. They both have reasons to go.
Mhm.
Do you have a preference? It feels like you're leaning Ian, Victoria.
Maybe, but I can do either one.
Do you think, oh, sorry, I just got stabbed by a cat. What do you think would be best for our game moving forward? You know,
Well, I guess like Bill,
what?
Said want to play some Overcooked?
Yeah. Let's play Overcooked.
Look who it is. Everybody.
Hey, is
I-
Carrie in a confessional?
Yes. I
Right.
hate it when you're sort of in the middle of a story or something and the other person just whoop, vanishes. It's like, we haven't gotten to the punchline yet.
It's even worse when it's something personal and not like game related because the personal stuff's not going to come up again. So
Right.
And you get to that very serious, deep moment and then
I'm gonna move because I feel like we're not gonna have a lot of time here.
Yeah.
I agree.
I haven't talked to Kyle yet, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you talked to Kyle?
No,
Kyle, I mean, Victoria is pushing either you or Bill.
no, Victoria's pushing me.
And she's like, who do you feel most comfortable with? Who do you feel the best about voting? And I'm like, I mean, I'd do either. And then Kyle's really pushing Bill.
Okay.
So I feel like we need to snag Kyle as like quickly.
Well, if he's pushing Bill, that's
I don't think, do you think he's gonna write your name down?
who, Kyle?
Yeah.
No, not right now. No,
Okay. Just to win.
no, I just meant not this round.
Okay.
But like,
Yeah.
if me, you, and Kyle get through this vote together, then
We can do what we want.
right,
Well,
right,
it's either Victoria or Carrie.
right, and hopefully Victoria doesn't win. So
Right. No, I'm definitely still selling that I'm willing to vote you, but like cross my heart won't vote you.
yeah, I mean, same. I just said, and like I've been talking about how ever since last round, I'm like, we haven't been in a room one-on-one yet. So I was like, I need to talk to McKenna. But hold on, I'm gonna turn my light off.
Okay. Bogey, get down.
But
I'm giving her all my ping pong balls. I'm depleted. They're all going onto the stove. Oh.
okay, so Kyle, Bill, and Victoria are in the other room. Yeah.
Stop it.
I'm good with writing Bill. Do you think Kyle would write Bill?
So I
Yeah.
I just said to him, I was like, we could go Bill. And he was like, well, we could. How do you feel about Bill? And then he was pulled for a confessional. So we just have to verify with him again.
All right. Well,
Where is he?
he's in the well with Victoria. There's Bill. What's up, Bill?
Stop, please. Hold on.
What's up?
Nothing.
Okay.
Ex-
Yeah, this is not getting any more fun. But I was just in here with McKenna and Carrie, and we were talking about how Miss Victoria needs to go,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
which doesn't help because we can't
Yes,
vote
it
her. Right. It's good to know shot in the darks are gone though.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
And I think as long as there's been nothing that like the majority of people have missed, there's nothing else left.
I don't think there's any like advantages or anything out there.
There shouldn't be.
No.
So. But where does that leave us for this?
Not a lot of options,
None of us, obviously.
right?
McKenna or Kyle. I mean, who's the bigger threat? Long term.
That's the hard thing. It's like they're both, I feel like they're almost the same player.
Yes.
They really are the same player because neither of them have excelled at challenges so far. But they're both very good socially.
Mhm.
They're both, yeah.
So Bill, I have to ask you while you're here, there's a concern about an alliance between you and Victoria. Okay.
No.
I believe you.
I will tell you, oh gosh. I'll just tell you guys, as a matter of trust, I was the hinky vote on Victoria.
Yeah, that's what everybody has said.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was gonna be like another round like the Elijah one where it's like, oh, you didn't win immunity, you gotta go.
oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, we are in the land of trust clusters, but I mean, and on that note, I'll tell you, she was making a pitch about someone in this room.
I mean, hey Bill, you can just tell me how it is.
So,
Or you could tell Carrie. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and I'm not inclined for either of those.
Okay.
Although what it was the most obvious one.
Yeah.
Whoop. So for reals, what is your thinking?
I really just want to, like, I feel like Victoria has to go out. Is she pitching me or is she pitching me? Or sorry, I know it can't be Victoria, but I just want to know what you were going to say.
No, she was pitching you.
She was, okay.
We need to talk to Kyle
Mm-hmm. Because if Carrie does what she says she's gonna do,
and votes Bill.
yeah, then we're golden.
Well, I feel like Bill is going to vote me because he feels like that's the only other option. So
Right.
I feel like it's either 4-2 or we tie. And again,
That's good for you.
yeah, but like, why are we tying? Hello.
Right.
Oh.
Are, are we still Bill?
Yes, I am still Bill, although Bill is trying to decide between McKenna and Kyle, as far as I know. That's what he was telling me.
Oh,
Which is, well, that doesn't make any sense because
Victoria's pushing Ian or
yeah.
Yeah.
And Bill told me that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, well, okay. But that's weird.
Yeah. He yeah, I don't really know what he's doing. He was kind of like trying to figure out between like McKenna and Kyle, and he was like, well, like, who do you trust more, or what would you prefer? And I was like, well, I've like played with McKenna more, so. And he was like, well, I played with Kyle more, and that's kind of, I went to confessional.
To be completely candid, like McKenna, Bill came into a room with Carrie and I and was like, Victoria's pushing one of your names, but then didn't say which one.
As soon as you left, I was like, what did she say? And he was like, she's pushing Ian.
she's pushing Ian to me too.
So like, why? And then I told Bill before this round started, and I meant it when the round started, that I wouldn't vote for him. But like, if he's gonna, and he said the same thing. He said the same thing to me for the past like 3 or 4 rounds. But yeah, I mean, if he's gonna do that, then like, why? I mean, if he's, no offense, but if he's with me, which right now he clearly ain't, like, he would have just said straight up to my face, like, Victoria's pushing your name. Instead
Does
of
he?
beating around the bush. But Kyle also was there when we like both said like to Bill, like, hey man, will you? Yeah.
Okay.
I am going to vote Bill. I don't want to vote for either of you two. I
Mhm.
don't really want to vote for Kyle.
And I want to vote for Victoria.
And I feel like that's her, like, yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, we're never gonna get the chance to. Like, she's just gonna win immunity all the way to the end.
I've never
There's
learned. I'm feeling like I want to make it to Final Five. The vibe is definitely like, okay, now we're really thinking about who we can move forward with. Like, Ian and I are both, I know I voted for Ian earlier, but like, it'd be so easy for Ian and I to just vote together here on out. Like I said a couple of rounds ago, I'd love to sit next to Ian and beat him. But I want Victoria gone, but she keeps winning immunity. So I feel like if I make it through the next round or to the next round and she doesn't win immunity, she's got to go. So this round, I guess Bill is definitely her closest. No, oh, sorry. Bill is definitely her closest. Like I view them as a duo. And so people, I think, are pulling Bill along as like a goat. But I think if we vote him out, there's no one to potentially protect Victoria next round. My ideal final 3, I think, would be me, Ian, Carrie, because while I think I kind of fed Ian a me, Ian, Kyle vote or final 3, I think Carrie would be easier to beat. And Kyle may come through with something. I don't know. I also don't like sitting with 2 guys if that's the potential. Or maybe I do. I don't know. But I think moving forward, I've been targeting Ian this whole time because I think he's a threat. But I think I could see myself working with him moving forward and potentially seeing a final 2 with him. If it were my choice where I'm like a final 3, I'm gonna pick Carrie. Like if I got to choose who I sit next to, I would pick Carrie. House of Cards challenge, rigged as fuck.
Oh man, Victoria wins another one. I'm gonna be pissed off. Like, so Victoria is immune for the third time. She did a great job early on of kind of making, I mean, everyone did, but everyone made Elijah out to be the immunity threat. And she was finishing second in all those challenges that Elijah won. So now Victoria is on a run and everyone wants Victoria out, but she won again. So we can't vote her. And I know for a fact she's pushing my name. I knew before Bill just came in and told me, but I have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Victoria pushing my name because everybody wants her out. I mean, if I get past this round and Victoria doesn't win again, it should be Victoria based solely on the fact that no one's beaten her yet besides Elijah and he ain't in the game anymore. I have a problem with Bill telling Carrie and I in a scramble that or Victoria has said one of our names and won't say who. I have been upfront with Bill. I have been upfront with Bill before this round start or right at the beginning of the scramble round that I would not write his name down. That was my intent. To be honest, I would have wanted to target Carrie this round. It doesn't feel like the numbers are there for that. So I'm sitting back again, observing, and McKenna brought up Bill. I am trying to get Kyle and McKenna to make me their number one. So far, I believe Kyle when he says it, and I believe McKenna too. We both came into the room at the same time being like, oh, no one's going to expect us to work together, especially after she's been trying to get me out a bunch. So why not? And even if it's just for this vote, and then hopefully if Victoria doesn't win the next one, that puts me at final four with a perceived, 1 in 4th shot of getting to the end. And so right now, I think I'm actually leaning towards Bill, and I'm going to feel really bad because I have not lied to Bill yet. But at the beginning of the round, I said I would not write him or Kyle's name down. Again, we're in the same room. Everyone's going to say that. But then he turns around and doesn't tell me that it's my name. Just say it. Like, just say, I'm not surprised that Victoria is saying it. So just say my name. And he's hearing it and, he's coming to me and like, he's not saying it at first. And yeah, it really is going to hurt. Like I voted out some of my closest friends already, but Bill might be I just love Bill to death. But for me and just my preservation in the game right now, that's where I'm leaning. I'm not going to vote McKenna or Kyle, and the votes aren't leaning towards Carrie right now. So Bill is probably who I'm going to end up going with unless I hear something different. So
my plan for this round is to vote Bill. I don't know if other people are on board with me. I really have only had a chance to actually talk to Bill this round. So I talked to McKenna briefly and she was like, yeah. And then I talked to Ian briefly and he was also like, yeah. Kyle didn't give me an answer because he got pulled for a confessional. So I don't really know if that's the name. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm the name and I'm just hearing people say, names that are not me. We really, really need to get Victoria out this round because she keeps winning. And I knew as soon as I was going up against her in a puzzle, there was no way I was going to beat her. So I was like, well, there's so much for that. And then when I did see that she won, I was like, well, God, I guess I'm going home next. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if my name comes up and I'm the person who's going home. Is kind of how I'm feeling right now. I'm planning on bringing McKenna. We've worked together throughout this game and she has been on board with me throughout this game. Victoria said that she wanted me at the end, but she also has voted against me. Well, not against me, but we didn't vote together for the Ian vote. She kind of just let me be in the minority. And then she was like, oops, I didn't want to be in the minority. And I was like, well, gosh, neither did I. So, okay. McKenna, Ian, and Kyle. And then as far as end game goes, I think Ian would beat me. I think Victoria would beat me. I would probably bring McKenna and I'll probably bring McKenna and Kyle to the end.
I have no freaking idea what's going on. None. Zero. It's a mystery. My brain is empty. Oh no, I've heard Ian, McKenna, Kyle. I've heard those three. I'm almost inclined. I mean, getting Ian out wouldn't be the worst idea from a game perspective, because I think right now, either he or Victoria would be the most likely to win at Final Tribal. And obviously, Victoria is not on the table. But, you know, McKenna's a possibility. I'm not sure I want Kyle to go just yet. I mean, I at least believe that Ian and Kyle and I have been voting together. So maybe it is trying to, if we're down to 5, if I keep those 2 until next round and then kill 1, I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, the flip side is with McKenna, I mean, we haven't talked much. She's thrown my name out. I've thrown her name out. But I don't know. Someone has been on the wrong side of most of these votes. And I know it's not me. And I think it's McKenna and or Carrie, which makes either one of them sort of a tempting prospect to take to the final. So, yeah, have they been voting wrong? I don't know. I mean, as this little soliloquy shows, my brain is all over the place.
All right, Lehigh Tribe. Final 6 Tribal Council. Victoria, I'm going to go right to you. Coming in clutch with a 3rd individual immunity win. How does that feel? You're like the season's challenge beast here.
Yeah, I've never had that title before, so I'm glad to be referred to as a comp beast.
Awesome. So Bill, I mean, things are getting tough. We're getting closer. Your numbers are smaller. How does it feel knowing that like there's so many people you can vote for and you make connections with these people over the past day? Like it's gotta hurt voting someone out at this point, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I really like everyone here. Again, everybody knows each other to at least some degree. So it's not like starting from scratch. And everyone's playing a really good game. So it kind of sucks, but, I think we're at the time where, we will all be friends after this, no matter what happens.
Kyle, Bill brings up that, everyone's playing a really good game. So how does that reflect your vote tonight? If everyone's playing a good game, might be hard to choose a name, but you have to run down. Let's name the game.
Absolutely. It is tough to know who's playing a good game because you don't know what everybody's doing. You also don't know what the jury's thinking because they've been in there for a few hours now talking about the rest of us. And as more of us go in there, you're going to have different opinions about who saw what, who did what. So thinking about who's like actually the biggest threat in the game is subjective, and you kind of just have to make the best guess based off the information that you have right now.
McKenna, so Kyle's saying, to make your best guess on what's going on right now. Is that also how you're going to base your vote? Are you going to go with what's best for your game at this point?
I mean, I feel like at every point of this game, every turn of this game, you have to be thinking about what's the best for your game. And, as it's been mentioned many, many times, we all know each other to some degree. We're all friends to some degree. So I think you have to take those relationships out of the equation and just think about your game.
Absolutely. And she brings up your friends at this point. It's very, very tough to vote someone out. I think it's no secret at this point. You've hosted some of these people, you've been on production of these people. Do you feel like potentially you're betraying someone? Does it hurt? Or do you think like at the end of the day, everyone's gonna kind of understand, and they're just gonna reward gameplay.
I mean, you might, feel a little sting in the ass in the moment, but I think everyone, like Bill said, like we're gonna be friends after this, no matter what. This is a 1-day game. Like we weren't finding new friendships with each other. I mean, throughout the entire game, we weren't, making those for the first couple weeks, and now here we are having to vote somebody out. So yeah, I don't think anybody's going to take it too hard. I mean, I wouldn't, just to be honest. I mean, I'd love to be here tomorrow or in 15 minutes, but yeah, I don't think anyone's going to take it too hard. I really appreciate and care for all the people left. So
I don't care. That was just carries. You got a little frustrated during the challenge, but you overcame that. So I just want to say, like, no, I'm happy that you did that. But like, with that being said, do you think that challenge is ultimately going to matter for you, or do you think you know where the votes are going tonight, or are you worried yourself?
No, I'm worried. I mean, will that challenge matter for me? Well, I didn't win, so I don't have immunity. So yeah, I think that does matter. And there's only like, how many people do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
You have 6, yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah, 6. The more people who get voted out, the harder it is to hide. So, I mean, I'm not like good at challenges, so I'm surprised I made it as far as I did. But I knew that as soon as I had to do a puzzle against Victoria, I was not going to beat her. And I kept saying that. I was in the puzzle room with Jay, and I was like, oh my God, Victoria's gonna beat my butt. She's gonna beat my butt. So I too was super surprised that I did as well as I did in the challenge, but came up short. What are you gonna do?
Absolutely. And with that being said, unless anyone has anything else, it is time to vote.
For the first time in this game, I really don't know what's going to happen. And I've kind of lost the plot. But I think my least worst choice here is going to be McKenna.
this person and I have voted together for the past couple votes, but trust clusters got to include trust. If you're not going to tell me when my name's out there, I'm sure as hell not going to tell you when yours is either. My vote's for Bill.
All right, Kyle. Hello.
Hello. All right. Well, this is interesting because we actually did not get enough people in one room to agree on a name. So I'm going with the name that I think is most likely going to come up of the ones that I heard. So sorry, my friend.
I'll go tally votes. If anybody has an advantage or a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right. I will read the votes. Person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. First vote is for Bill. Second vote, McKenna. Third vote, Ian. Yeah, so we are tied at 1 vote Ian, 1 vote Bill, 1 vote McKenna. Bill. That's 2 votes Bill, 1 vote Ian, 1 vote McKenna. Ian, that's 2 votes Ian, 2 votes Bill, 1 vote McKenna. We are tied again, 1 vote left. The 10th person voted out is Survivor Yagong Island, and the 5th member of our jury, Bill. Bill, thank you for playing.
Well done, guys. It's been fun. This is the first time since March I hadn't known what the frick is going on, so I figured it was me. Oh, it's fine. I'm sitting here trying to think of the numbers. It looks like Ian betrayed me when I didn't betray him, and I could have thrown it into a tie at least. So yeah, That's the way it goes. Like I said, this is the first time I didn't have a grasp or a handle on what was going on. And so obviously that means it's you. It's a game. But some people are going to have some splaining to do. But no, it was great fun. You guys put on a great show. I'm exhausted.
All right, so final five. How does it feel to say that? You guys ready to get to your next immunity challenge? For this challenge, you'll be playing Vertigo Color Tower. You'll be stacking solo cups and index cards on top of one each other in a 15 card, 10 cup pyramid, or 15 cups, 10 card tower. However, you must solve the puzzle in which the order the index cards go on what layer. The first to finish wins immunity and a guaranteed spot at the final four. Survivors ready? Go. Final five immunity online. We got a riddle here for everyone to solve. Wow, this one could be a little tricky. Might be some interesting ones in there. It may not be exactly think. Some people are starting, others seem to be studying the riddles first and trying to see what they entitle. McKenna moving pretty quickly. Kyle right on her tail. Kyle is ahead, I'm sorry. Carrie moving quickly. We have a challenge here, folks, today. Everyone picking up the pace. McKenna's tire dropping a little bit.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no.
Carrie drops.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Kyle. Wait, pause, Aaron. It's Kyle. Kyle, show me. Yeah, show me just let me see your cards.
Green, yellow, orange, pink.
Kyle wins individual immunity, guaranteed spot in the final four.
Good job, Kyle.
Nice job, Kyle.
Good job,
Great.
Kyle.
You guys can go ahead and scramble. Make the most of your time. It will be short this time.
Okay.
Oh man, this is amazing. This is the first immunity challenge that I have ever won, not just in this season, but in any game I've ever played. So going into tribal, knowing that it can't be me is a foreign feeling, but a great one, knowing that we are so close to the end and anybody could go home right now for any reason. Before having even talked to anybody right now, I get the sense that it's going to be Victoria. She's won 3 immunities so far and could easily win the last one, depending on what it is. We would have gone after her last round, I think, had she not had immunity. That's what I heard from everybody else. So the fact that she doesn't have it now, it's as good of a time as any. I'm waiting to see if there's an idol that's going to pop up at this vote, because it's the last round that it can be played, as far as I know. And I haven't seen any clues or heard anything about it. No one's played one since John played his. So I'm wondering if there's something else out there, but we'll see.
I feel okay. Right now, what's going on in the game is Queen Victoria finally did not win immunity. That's where my vote's going. She did just now present to me that like Carrie and McKenna are going to make the end. That's not necessarily my plan. And so far, basically everything that I've wanted to have happened has happened. The last vote was the first time I didn't know where a vote went. I don't know who that second vote was on me. My guess is Carrie, but or it could have been Kyle, but I really trust that McKenna didn't vote for me. And then Bill was the McKenna vote. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, Kyle and I have said we're not going to write each other's names down. I feel okay here though. I just feel like Victoria has shown that she can win anything and everything. And right now she doesn't have immunity. So I feel like the option is right there for the taking. And if she wins the next one and is at the end, like, good luck beating her. Because not only is she good in challenges, she's excellent socially. And her name's been floating around since final 10 because I said it. So, she's gonna probably vote for me. Whatever. I just hope we get more votes on her than that are on me. Right now in the game, I have made myself McKenna's number one. I think I'm still Kyle's number one. I mean, he could have voted for me last time, which would change things. But I feel like since Kyle and I kind of talked early in the game, we were at basically every vote together. So that's kind of been solidified. But McKenna and I just recently, I came in last time and said that I wanted to make McKenna my number one. And I think that's happened because no one would expect us to work together at this point.
I think that McKenna is good to go Victoria. And last round, Ian was telling me that we needed to go Victoria. So I think that, provided I get to talk to him, I think that the three of us can vote together to get her out. She told me at the beginning of this game that she wanted me to be her number one, but then hasn't really talked to me or included me in votes. And we've actually have ended up voting differently quite a few times. And so that's not really number one.
Definitely nervous because I think I'm probably at least the real name or the fake name this time. I've heard my name and I've heard Ian's name and maybe McKenna's name. So pretty much everyone. I want Ian out at this vote because I know that he knows that I want him out, which means it's a matter of who can get the other person out first. But I'll definitely understand if people end up voting for me this round.
Ian and Victoria, obviously. Here we are again. But I think I'm going to go Victoria. That's my thought because I wanted to target Victoria in earlier. Obviously, I said that before. I wanted to target Ian earlier as well, but I just more so wanted to piss him off and less I think he has a chance to win at the end, but I think Victoria has a bigger chance.
Final 5, Tribal Council. All right, so let's see. I'm with McKenna. We are getting really close to the end here. How do you base your vote on that? No, I'm assuming it's based on the jury. You base on strategic threats, who you trust going forward, to get you to the end potentially here. What is going through your mind right now? There's got to be a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you look around this tribal, every single one of these people is playing a great game and playing a very different game. And so I think you have to weigh, what does the jury respect the most? What does the jury value? As well as, how am I not going to get screwed potentially moving forward if I make it through this vote? I think there are a lot of things to consider, and trust is definitely one of them, but jury management is huge at this point.
And Ian, McKenna brings up a good point in jury management and trusting. How does that factor in this game? Jury management is a big thing. Do you think there's anyone you might be able to vote, base your vote on that may have not been able to play too well to the jury right now?
No, I mean, jury management is the most underrated portion of Survivor. Everyone's worrying about it, whether they tell you they are or not. Everyone's thinking about, how can this move get me a vote, or how will this impact, if I'm sitting there at the end? Everyone's thinking about that. So yeah, again, we all know everyone that's on the jury. We've all met today and played. So yeah, the jury's going to vote for who they think played the best game. And, every juror has that right, and everyone should just respect the decision regardless of when that time comes. But it's definitely in the game, and it's been going on for a while. So.
Carrie, Ian brings up a good point. The jury's can vote for who respects your game. And has there been any talk about what the path there is like. Any thoughts on what if it could be a final 3 or a final 2? And what is your strategy to be going towards that? Like waving through that and trying to think, okay, do I trust X person final 3 or do I trust X person further than final 2?
I think we're assuming it's a final 3 because it would be weird to do 8 people on the jury with a final 2. So I think that that's kind of what we're assuming. And honestly, I haven't thought that far ahead because I think that because this game has been so fluid with people and their votes, I mean, it's been all over the place. So there aren't any like real alliances. It seems as if whoever wins immunity next, I mean, is like that's really going to be what dictates the final. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens with that. It's like one travel at a time, and then I'll figure it out then.
My final 5, Blindside Brother. How does this feel? Last time we played one of these games, you end up going out in 5th place and a very bad decision remove. You have immunity around your neck right now. That's got to be feeling great, especially with how crazy this can get at final 5.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the best. I've never gone into a tribal knowing that I would be 100% safe. So this is amazing. And so I had this time to really kind of think about things, not from a self-preservation perspective this time, where it's like not just making sure that I stay safe. It's thinking about, I know I'll be here next time. So what can I do to give myself the best chance of surviving that round and getting further? So it is a very, very difficult choice.
And Victoria, now you don't have immunity on your neck for the first time quite a bit in this game. Does that make you nervous? And do you think you built connections enough where you feel safe enough tonight?
I'm definitely nervous for this tribal without having immunity, but I'm just trying to calm down and know that I can just play video games if I'm the one that's voted out.
Seems to be a theme of Ponderosa apparently. So, with that being said, anyone have anything else for me?
Well, not that I haven't loved and appreciated everyone to go out that I've known so far in this game, but this vote is because there's no chance anybody is beating you at the end. My vote is for Queen Victoria.
I'm voting for Ian. I think that you're the biggest threat in this game. And I think that if other people are stupid, I'll show this same piece of parchment at the end of the game.
I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has an advantage or a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now is the last time you can do so. All right. I will read the votes. Person vote out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. First vote, Victoria. Second vote, Ian. You're tied. 1 vote, Victoria. 1 vote, Ian. Victoria, that's 2 votes, Victoria. 1 vote, Ian. The 11th person vote out and the 6th member of jury. Victoria, thank you so much for playing. Victoria, the tribe has spoken. Go ahead and have the professional one.
You fucking rule, Victoria.
You do. Thank you, Queen. It was amazing having you. We appreciate it.
That sucked.
Unanimous vote. It doesn't seem like anyone really liked to do it. Game's got to move on, though. Final 4.
Yeah, I definitely felt like I was probably going to go this round just due to my immunity challenge wins, but it's okay. I hope that Ian wins immunity next round so that if he's in the final 3, I can vote for him, and I will rub it in everyone else's face that I'm going to reuse the same parchment.